What's up, guys? I'm Krys with MHK Music Scene, and we are here with Radkey. How you guys doing?
What's
What's
up?
up?
Doing good.
Doing good.
Can you guys do me a favor and introduce yourselves and tell me what you guys do in the band?
My
Well,
name is Isaiah Radkey and I play bass.
and I am D. I'm the lead singer and guitarist.
I'm Solomon and I play drums.
Right on. So where are you guys from?
We're from St. Joseph, Missouri.
So like how is the music scene in St. Joseph?
Music scene in St. Joseph wasn't the greatest, so we had to actually end up playing shows outside of St. Joe and like Kansas and Kansas City and things like that. We had to get out to really get our career started.
So when did Radkey begin? How did you guys start getting into music?
Man, it was we were homeschooled, so I would say it was when we all had always listened to a bunch of music, but when our dad brought back School of Rock on DVD, whenever that came out, that he had a lot of the music in that movie, and we really kind of started from there, listening to a bunch of rock music in our dad's music collection, and then started a band.
So how old was everybody when Radkey started?
I would have been 12 and Say was 14 and he was 16.
So really young. That's
Yeah.
awesome. And so how old are you guys now? How long has Radkey been a band?
We've been a band since 2010 and I'm 25.
I'm 29.
I'm 27 now.
So did each of you have like this aha moment in your life where you're like, okay, music, like this is what I want to do for the rest of my life?
Yeah, it was once we started kind of jamming together, and then once we played our first show, that was the time I feel like we really were like, man, this is gonna be amazing if we keep this up. Like our first show was with Fishbone, and it was lucky for us because it was a really big show for our first show ever.
So having it a really big show for your first show ever, that was probably kind of nerve-wracking. Were you guys pretty nervous for that first show?
It was nerve-wracking, yeah, but I think it would have been the same either way. Like, we were nervous to get up on stage, and it was crazy that we got to have that practice.
That's awesome. So, you guys are brothers. Do you think it's harder to be in a band together because you are brothers, like you grew up together, or would you say that's like more of a strength for you guys as far as performing together?
I would say it's pretty easy for us. It's not hard at all.
Yeah, we were really close when we were younger, so it's been really easy.
Right on, right on. So what are like your musical inspirations?
Stuff like Nirvana, Weezer, Ramones,
Local H.
Yeah, like Led Zeppelin, The Who, band like the Beatles, like the classic stuff, and yeah, all that.
That's funny that you say Weezer because I was listening to the last album that you guys put out in 2020, and it kind of gave me some Weezer vibes. I'm a huge Weezer fan too, so I thought that was super, super cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah. So going back to your latest album, that's called Green Room, right?
Yeah.
What, for each of you, what is like your favorite song from that album?
It could be, it's either C's or
Yeah.
Judy.
Yeah, for me, Judy is really fun to play live.
Probably Judy.
Probably gonna go with that one.
I personally think C's is my favorite. That was the one where I was like, okay, I'm feeling Weezer with this one for sure. So did you have a particular song that you had fun like making on that album? I know you enjoy playing C's and Judy, like performing it, but as far as creating, which one was that?
Sank was really fun, and Portraits was really fun from like a production, like recording place.
Yeah, and then recording Two Face was really fun
Mhm.
on that.
Yeah, Two Face was a fun one to do. Yeah.
So what was kind of the inspiration behind Green Room? Was there something that really pushed you guys to move in that direction for that album?
Well, we just really wanted to do what we wanted to do and not have to really ask anyone about anything or go through anybody. So that was a really cool thing with this album, because we were able to take everything that we'd learned that we'd liked, and then do the rest of the stuff like our own way. Like that was really cool. And we've continued to do that, and it's been really cool.
Right on. So if you had to think back to like the first project you guys ever did and compare it to Green Room, how would you say that it's, I guess, changed or progressed?
I would say the songs are much bigger. We have much more full sounding songs, and uh it is crazy how much things change. Like it's our green room's quite a bit different than uh Cat and Mouse.
Yeah.
So would you say that this last album is like your favorite project that you've done so far? Because you were saying like you pretty much got to do like what you really wanted with this one.
It's definitely one of our favorites. Definitely. Our first album, Delicious Rock Noise, that one was such an amazing time working on that.
Yeah, we love those about the same, but we like those more than like our other EPs and stuff. Probably consider those two our best work.
Yep.
So you said that was it Delicious Rock?
Delicious
Mhm.
rock noise.
Delicious Rock Noise. So what's your favorite track from Delicious Rock Noise?
Hmm. It could be Dark Like Makeup or Romance Dawn. One of those.
It's Romance Dawn for me.
Yeah, probably Romance Dawn.
And why that song? What makes it so fun?
That's one of our biggest songs, like one of our biggest like live songs. Like we're really happy to be able to capture that one, and we've been able to really do a lot with that one. And that one, yeah, it's really fun rocking song.
Right on. So you guys have been touring, right?
Hmm.
And you guys toured last year with Foo Fighters.
Mhm.
How was that? I mean, how was just being around the Foo Fighters in general? I'm a huge Foo Fighters fan too, so I'm definitely jealous.
Yeah, we grew up listening to them, and it was really amazing. Like some of the best shows ever, and a really close vibe we had hanging out. Like, because it was a crazy time to be playing shows, so we had this bubble kind of going on, and we were able to really make the shows happen. And it was really cool to be able to play on the same stage, for a bunch of nights. And yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
Was that your first tour experience? Had you guys toured before that, or
Hmm. Yeah, we had toured quite a few times before.
so how was it different from touring before Foo Fighters and then touring with the Foo Fighters?
It's crazy. Like, they're probably the big no, they're because we had played with some other bands, like with Jack White and things like that. So we had played real big shows, but like playing like shows like the Foo Fighters shows with like some of those big songs like Everlong and My Hero and stuff like that, like seeing those songs. And yeah, it's pretty crazy. Real top of the high level rock shows that you can see and play. So those are really cool. like the Foo Fighters, Jack White, Offspring, and yeah, those are just really fun to do. Really cool, huge. There's not a whole lot of things like those.
Yeah, when I was creeping on you guys a little bit, I didn't know that you guys had toured with Offspring, and I saw that, and I was like, that's also another one of my favorite bands. So I was like, that just made you guys even cooler to me. But I mean, how was it to meet the Offspring and be able to like play with them as well?
That was really cool. Like we loved Offspring. We grew up with them as well. So to be able to play with them right after was so cool. Like that was a big deal.
Yep, and they're super nice as well.
I mean, that's got to be like kind of like I don't want to say like humbling, but you're just kind of like, this is really happening. Like, this is my life. Like, I actually get to play with bands that I grew up listening to, right?
Totally, totally.
So you guys were also featured on the Foo Fighters documentary.
Hmm.
So can we talk about that experience a little bit? Like, how was that for you guys? How did it affect you guys?
That was wild because for us getting like to get that kind of validation, like to get uh you know, held up by like Dave and interviewed, that was really crazy. And we were always like, you know, we wanted to make it and really put our stamp out there as far as in the rock world. And that movie was crazy. So getting to do that interview and talking to Dave about touring in a van and being in the movie with like Ringo and Flea and all that was really nuts. Like that was really something because it made everything. There were a lot of things like that, but that was something that really made everything worthwhile. Like getting to be in something like that.
So definitely probably like a core memory for all of you.
Yeah, yeah,
Totally.
Yeah.
definitely.
So what would you say is like been your favorite like moment of touring? Like specifically like this past year, because I know you guys have been touring this whole year too, right? So what's like
Mhm.
your favorite tour moment so far?
Favorite of this year was probably Louder Than Life. That was a really fun time. We saw Red Hot Chili Peppers that for the first time we saw them. That was really cool. Uh, really cool seeing a show that big and playing a show like that. We actually played the same stage, which was really sweet.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, that's crazy. And so favorite venue that you've ever played, where would that be?
The it let's see. I don't remember what the one in Amsterdam was called, but I really like that one.
Yeah.
Mm,
Paradiso.
the Paradiso, yeah, that one is probably that's pretty high up there for me.
Yep.
Yep.
Is it a pretty big venue?
Yeah, I mean it's got multiple different floors. We've played two of the different floors, and yeah, those rooms are really cool.
So what's been the hardest part about touring?
It's being away from home, like being away from the cats, like you know, it's tough, like getting comfortable and really feeling uh just relaxed on the road so you can keep yourself together to play good shows.
Yeah. So what kind of keeps you guys inspired to just continue to like work on your craft, work on music, and just keep pushing forward?
The feedback, I would say, like things for instance, getting interviewed by Dave Grohl, like that's great feedback. Getting a message that is like talking to us about how we started playing music and we started like rocking out because of y'all, like you know any anything that's like about that keeps like rock going and letting us know that we're helping with that really helps us keep rolling.
Right on. So what do you have coming up next? Like, do we have future projects coming? Like what is to come?
Mhm. Yeah, well, we have our new song "Better Than This," which just came out, and that's really cool. We're gonna be doing some more stuff with that. And then we've got another song that'll be coming out, and yeah, we're gonna be hitting the studio again. Yeah, we're probably hitting the road sometime next year. It's gonna be cool.
Yeah, and then you guys are actually playing here in Manhattan this Saturday, correct?
hmm Totally, we're playing the punk rock Halloween party.
Yes.
Should be sweet.
Headlight Rivals, Lizard Brain Trust, Delicious Friction, and Augustus. And it's going to be at the Press. What time? What time?
Starts at 4, I want to say.
Starts at 4. I have to work until 5, but I'll definitely be there by the time you guys come on. So I'm really excited to see you guys live. I've listened to a lot of your music, and I'm always like, live music to me is just 10 times cooler than listening to it on any kind of like, platform. Do you guys feel the same way about live music? It's just a different vibe with the live music.
Yeah,
right?
totally. It's crazy to hear what like everyone really sounds like. It's definitely something.
For me, it's being able to see like everybody play their instruments and do their crafts right in front of me. Like no better feeling than that. I also wanted to ask each one of you, if you could tell your younger self one thing, what would it be?
I would tell my younger self to just keep on believing and keep rolling, pretty much. Keep taking steps forward.
Love that. What about you guys?
Yeah, I'd say something similar, but also to not be so closed off or like shy, basically, because I was like that at first, and then it's not a big deal.
Yeah, I would probably tell myself not to pay as much attention to like haters and stuff, like
Yeah.
towards the band.
Yeah, I think when you're younger, it's a much bigger deal, right? When you're younger, you think all that stuff matters. And then looking back, I know for me, I'm like, I don't even care now. Like it's not even something that I think about, right? So I think that I can relate to that. That's so great. I just want to thank you guys for really like giving us your time and just
Yeah, no problem.
vibing with us for a little bit. Like I said, I can't wait to see you guys live on Saturday. It'll be a treat. But yeah, thank you guys so much. And everybody make sure that you check into all of our socials, MHK Music Scene on all platforms. We got Instagram, Twitter, mhkmusicscene.com. Yeah, thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, but also can I get your guys' handles as well so that people can check you guys out and kind of peep on you?
Yeah, we're Radkey Rock on Instagram. We're Radkey on Twitter and on Facebook, and we're on TikTok and Spotify, Amazon Music, iTunes, Apple Music, all that stuff.
All right, cool. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you.